I'm Jeremy, working with BougeRV, and we're here, got fridges. We're set up at the Caravan event in Naturita, Colorado, having a good time out here. We're like halfway through the event out here.
Yeah.
How are you doing? What's your story?
I'm good. I'm just a travel photographer, videographer. I'm the creative director for the Journal of Lost Time, which is the company throwing the Caravan here. Nice. And yeah, it's cool. I got a camper van. I love driving around and just seeing the world. And
that's awesome.
We're in this cool spot. When I got a van, it was still kind of like weird. Like, you know, some people had vans, and there's only a couple companies, and now we have all these amazing startups.
What year did you start in like van life?
2019.
2019.
So it was like kind of popular, but not huge yet. And then now it's amazing. It's this huge industry. All these cool companies like BougeRV kicking it off with amazing, innovative products. It's really fun.
Awesome. So what inspired you in the first place to get into it? Were you doing something before and it shifted you? Were you an adventure photographer? Your Instagram page and...
Yeah. I mean...
You've been some amazing places and you've got some amazing photography.
Thank you. Yeah, the van happened, I guess, because I was doing photography stuff, and I'd have all these gigs where I would be in a hotel. I'd have to wake up at like 3 a.m. to put all my stuff in the car, drive an hour and a half to sunrise, and then shoot. Later that night I'd shoot sunset, put all my stuff in the car, drive an hour back to the hotel. I was like, man, if my hotel just had wheels, I could park right at the trailhead.
Right.
So save a couple hours of my life every day. And so
not have to deal with other people at a hotel, wanting you to be in your room.
Yeah. Save me a couple hours of driving.
Save you a couple hours of driving.
Yeah. So, yeah, it's pretty cool.
That's awesome. Tell us a little bit about yourself and your background, how you got into nature photography, adventure photography.
Yeah. So I mean, I've just always been outdoors. I'm an Eagle Scout, and I grew up in the mountains, and so it was just kind of a natural progression. I was always out like hiking, climbing, skiing, and started bringing a camera with me, and eventually started booking paid gigs, and one thing led to another, and I started very fortunate, able to do it full time for I guess about 8 years now, which is really cool. At one point met Josiah when he worked at his previous job, and he told me he was starting a company called the Journal of Lost Time, and we've been working on that for about 5 years together now. I'm fortunate to be his partner and creative director at the Journal of Lost Time, and now we're throwing big van life events like this. It's yeah, it's one of those weird things where there's never any like single moment of craziness. It's just like a long uphill journey, and it's fun to look back on it and see how far everything's come, you know?
That's awesome. Yeah. How do you travel? Tell us about your rig. Tell us about your setup.
Yeah, I've got a Ford Transit now that was converted by Boho vans. Kind of mixed emotions. My last van was an old converted ski shuttle, which was really cool, but it had like 150,000 miles on it, and so it was time for a new one. So I'm just in a boring white van like everybody else now, but that's all right. It's a more reliable vehicle. It's really cushy inside. So I'm getting older. It feels nice to be in a little bit more of a comfortable vehicle, you know?
A little bougie.
Yeah, exactly. Right. Yeah, exactly.
What are some of the products that interest you as someone who's living the life and on the road?
I've realized that I like really value reliability. Like nothing gets me grumpier than when things just like aren't working the way they're supposed to. That applies for like people I work with too. I really value like people and products that can like do the job they're supposed to do consistently, day in, day out.
Not leave you stranded.
Yeah, don't require a bunch of troubleshooting.
Work through weather, just work.
Yeah, I just installed something new in my van and it blew a fuse yesterday, and so now I have to go back to Salt Lake and like do some work on it with a full toolkit, and like that drives me crazy. I like things that just do what they're supposed to do. So yeah, that's like my number one thing. Like I need things that are rugged and reliable. And
I think for anyone, you don't want to, you know, you want to spend your money and you work hard for the money and you want to spend it on something that works. And
when I'm in my van, I'm either trying to relax and have fun, in which case I definitely don't want to be troubleshooting broken stuff, or I'm on a job and then I am super busy and I also don't want to be troubleshooting stuff.
Yeah, you need it to work.
Yeah.
You need it to work so it can make you work. And
exactly, yeah.
You need it to work so you can play, and you just need it to work. And so Nate, what qualities of products do you look for when you're on the road?
Honestly, the number one thing for me is dependability. If I'm out on the road, I'm either looking to relax or I'm on an assignment and I'm working really hard and I just can't be thinking about my gear. I need my equipment to do exactly what I want it to do without me needing to troubleshoot anything. The more dependable, the better.